In the name of God, the Almighty, the Merciful. Drawn nigh to men has their reckoning, while they in heedlessness are turning away. No remembrance from their Lord comes to them anew, but they listen to it while they play, their hearts distracted. And those who do wrong conceal their private conversation. Is this save a mortal like you? Will you go to sorcery with open eyes? Say thou, My Lord knows what is said in the heaven and the earth, and he is the hearing, the knowing. But, they say, a confused medley of dreams. But he has invented it. But he is a poet. So let him bring us a proof like that sent to the former peoples. No city believed before them among those we destroyed. Will they then believe? And we sent before thee only men to whom we revealed. And ask the people of the remembrance if you know not. And we gave them not bodies that ate not food, nor were they immortals. Then fulfilled we the promise to them, and delivered them and whom we wished, and destroyed the committers of excess. We have sent down to you a writ wherein is your remembrance. Will you then not use reason? And how many a city that was doing wrong did we utterly destroy, and produced after it another people? And when they perceived our might, then did they flee from it. Flee not, but return to that wherein you were given opulence, and your dwellings, that you might be questioned. They said, Woe is us, we were wrongdoers. And that their call ceased not until we made them a harvest extinguished. And we created not the heaven and the earth, and what is between them in play. Had we wished to take a diversion, we would have taken it from ourselves, if we are the doers. But we hurl the truth against vanity, and it triumphs over it, and then it passes away. And woe to you for what you describe. And to him belongs whoso is in the heavens and the earth, and those in his presence are not too proud for his service, nor do they grow weary. They give glory night and day, and they flag not. If they have taken gods from the earth who resurrect, were there in them gods save God, they would have been corrupted. And glory be to God, the Lord of the throne, above what they describe. He is not questioned about what he does, but they will be questioned. If they have taken gods besides him, say thou, Bring your evidence. This is the remembrance of him with me, and the remembrance of him before me. But most of them know not the truth, so they are turning away. And we sent not before thee any messenger, save we revealed to him that there is no God save I, so serve me. And they say, The Almighty has taken a son. Glory be to him, but honoured servants precede him not in word, but they act by his command. He knows what is before them, and what following them, and they intercede not, save for him with whom he is pleased, and they are from fear of him in dread. And whoso among them says, I am a god besides him, then that we reward him with Gehenna, thus reward we the wrongdoers. Have not those who ignore warning considered that the heavens and the earth were stitched together? Then we ripped them apart, and made of water every living thing. Will they then not believe? And we made in the earth firm mountains, lest it sway with them. And we made therein mountain passes as ways, that they might be guided. And we made the sky a roof protected, but they from its proofs are turning away. And he it is that created the night and the day, and the sun and the moon, each in a circuit swimming. And we appointed not eternity for a mortal before thee. If then thou wilt die, then are they eternal. Every soul will taste death, and we will try you with evil and good as a means of denial, and to us will you be returned. And when those who ignore warning see thee, they take thee only in mockery. Is this he who mentions your gods? And they, of the remembrance of the Almighty, they are deniers. Man was created of haste. I will show you my proofs, so ask me not to make haste. And they say, when is this promise, if you be truthful? If those who ignore warning but knew the time when they will not restrain the fire from their faces, nor from their backs, nor will they be helped. But it will come upon them unexpectedly, and render them speechless, and they will be unable to repel it, nor will they be granted respite. And messengers were mocked before thee. Then there surrounded those who derided them, that whereat they mocked. Say thou, who can protect you by night and day from the Almighty? But they, from the remembrance of their Lord, are turning away. If they have gods to defend them besides us, they are unable to help themselves, nor are they protected from us. But we gave these and their fathers enjoyment until life became long for them. Have they then not considered that we come to the earth, diminishing it from its extremities? Is it then they who will be the victors? Say thou, I but warn you by revelation. But the deaf hear not the call when they are warned. And if there touch them a hint of the punishment of thy Lord, they will say, Woe to us, we were wrongdoers. And we will set up the balances of equity for the day of resurrection, so no soul will be wronged in anything. And though it be the weight of a mustard seed, we will bring it, and sufficient are we as account takers. And we gave Moses and Aaron the division, and an illumination, and a remembrance for those of prudent fear, those who fear their Lord unseen, and are of the hour in dread. And this is a blessed remembrance we sent down. Will you then not recognize it? And we gave Abraham his sound judgment before, and we knew him when he said to his father and his people, What are these statues to which you are devoted? They said, We found our fathers serving them. He said, You and your fathers have been in manifest error. They said, Hast thou come to us with the truth, or art thou of those who play? He said, But your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, who created them, and I am of those who bear witness to that. And by God I will plan against your idols, after you have turned and gone. And he made them into pieces, save a great one they had, that they might return to it. They said, Who has done this to our gods? He is surely of the wrongdoers. They said, We heard a youth make mention of them. He is called Abraham. They said, Then bring him before the eyes of the people, that they might bear witness. They said, Didst thou this to our gods, O Abraham? He said, But this their great one did it, so ask them if they speak. And they returned to themselves and said, It is you who are the wrongdoers. Then they went back on themselves. Thou knewest that these speak not. He said, Then serve you besides God what can neither benefit you at all nor harm you? Fie upon you and all that you serve besides God. Will you then not use reason? They said, Burn him and support your gods if you are doers. We said, O fire, be thou coolness and safety upon Abraham. And they desired a plan for him, but we made them the greatest losers, and we delivered him and Lot to the land we had blessed for all mankind. And we gave him Isaac and Jacob in addition, and each we made righteous. And we made them leaders, guiding by our command, and revealed to them the doing of good deeds, and the upholding of duty, and the rendering of the purity, and us they served. And Lot, we gave him judgment and knowledge, and we delivered him from the city that was doing bad deeds. They were an evil people, perfidious. And we made him enter into our mercy. He was among the righteous. And Noah, when he called before, then we responded to him, and delivered him and his household from the great distress. And we helped him against the people who denied our proofs. They were a people of evil, so we drowned them altogether. And David and Solomon, when they passed judgment concerning the tilth, when the sheep of the people had strayed and pastured therein, and we were witnesses to their judgment. And we gave understanding of it to Solomon, and to each we gave judgment and knowledge. And we made subject with David the mountains, giving glory, and the birds, and we are the doers. And we taught him the making of garments for you, to protect you from your might. Are you then grateful? And to Solomon the wind raging, running by his command to the land that we had blessed. And we knew everything. And among the Satans were those diving for him, and doing work besides that. And we were over them a guardian. And Job, when he called to his Lord, Adversity has touched me, and thou art the most merciful of those who show mercy. Then we answered him, and removed what was upon him of adversity. And we gave him his household, and their like with them, as a mercy from us, and a reminder to those who serve. And Ishmael, and Idris, and Dhul-Kifl, each was among the patient, and we made them enter into our mercy. They were among the righteous. And Dhul-Nun, when he left in wrath and thought that we would have no power over him, then he called in the darkness, There is no God save thou, glory be to thee, I have been among the wrongdoers. So we responded to him, and delivered him from distress, and thus do we deliver the believers. And Zechariah, when he called to his Lord, My Lord, leave thou me not solitary, and thou art the best of inheritors. Then we answered him, and gave him John, and made right his wife for him. They competed in good deeds, and called to us in hope and fear, and they were humble towards us. and she who guarded her chastity. We breathed into her of our spirit, and made her and her son a proof for all mankind. This, your community, is one community, and I am your Lord, so serve me. But they divided their affair between them. All are returning to us. And whoso works any righteous deeds and is a believer, there is no rejection of his effort, and we are writers for him. And a prohibition is upon a city that we have destroyed, that they shall not return. When Yajuj and Majuj have been loosed, and they from every elevation hasten forth, then has the promise of my Lord come to pass. And drawn nigh has the true promise, and then the eyes of those who ignore warning will stare. Woe is us, we had been in heedlessness of this. The truth is, we were wrongdoers. You and what you serve besides God are the fuel of Gehenna. You will arrive at it. Had these been gods, they would not have arrived at it, but all are therein abiding eternally. They have therein roaring, and therein they hear not. Those for whom the best from us has preceded, those are from it far removed. They hear not a whisper thereof, and they in what their souls desired abide eternally. The greatest terror will not grieve them, and the angels will receive them. This is your day which you were promised, the day we fold up the heaven like the folding up of a scroll for the writs. As we began the first creation, we will repeat it, a promise binding upon us. Truly, we are the doers. And we decreed in the Psalms, after the remembrance, my righteous servants will inherit the earth. In this is a notification for people who serve, and we sent thee only as a mercy for all mankind. Say thou, it is revealed to me that your God is one God. Will you then be submitting? And if they turn away, say thou, I have proclaimed to you all alike, and I know not whether near or far is what you are promised. He knows what is public of speech, and he knows what you conceal. And I know not. It might be a means of denial for you, and enjoyment for a time. Say thou, my Lord, judge thou with justice. And our Lord is the Almighty, the one whose aid is sought against what you describe.